Okay, so I think we want to fall here. There's like no point in not falling. You always want to fall, which kind of makes this gimmick pointless. Yeah, Vita emulation is not perfect. It's very much a work in progress still. I mean, it's working plenty fine to play the game, but yeah, it definitely isn't perfect. It took a while to set up. And also, I didn't know there was a patch done right away, so that's why this playthrough took a while to get to. Current security level A. Locked. Complete outputting message to each terminal. What? Okay. Yeah, 3DS emulation is also a work in progress. Citra is very much a work in progress. At least when I did my Dragon Quest 8 playthrough, and then it worked a lot better when I did Overclocked. One day I'll bust that bad boy up to play, what's it called? I'll bust that bad boy up again to play, SMT4. Devil Survivor 2? Is Devil Survivor 2 like actually good though? I might play that, but I don't really know much about Devil Survivor 2. SMT4 is more on my docket than Devil Survivor 2. Die. Some of that. I was trying to Mystic Art there. I feel robbed. Has the worst reaction to cutscenes on Citra? Ooh, that's worrying. That's very worrying. That's a problem. Oh, hey, I can press this. Enter the password. What? Oh, I'm about to be very annoyed if I have to look for some kind of password here. Too bad this game has limited information and I can't just Google it or ask chat. That's what I would do right now. Die. No like hints or anything? How many? It's 7 characters? Are you kidding me right now? That blows. What's this? Machine's motor shows 7L. 7L. So L is the 7th character. Okay, there are hints. There are hints. I think we're fine. 7L, right? 7L. So that means L. I would assume that means L is the 7th character. Overclock story is better where I am now. I don't hear anyone talk about Devil Survivor 2, so Overclock must be better. The general consensus must be that Overclocked is better, basically. I'm sure Devil Survivor 2 is a fun game, though. I'm sure it's good. do I get to... I have to get to that stupid... You know what? I'm whiffing out a Sacrosanct bottle. I have 15 of them. This is where we start avoiding encounters a little bit. I hate how scattered these computers are. If this is how we're gonna do it. This is pointless to me right now, I guess. Okay. There's another... What's this one? 6E. It was 7L, 6E. So, EL, 6 and 7. Alright, I actually don't want... If chat does find the password, don't tell me. I want to figure this out. If there are different terminals. I didn't know there were going to be hints. EL. 6 and 7 or EL? You're only at day 1. That is really early. I just don't hear anyone talk about Devil Survivor 2, so I don't really know what the general consensus. Whereas Overclocked, I was like, oh, this game is great, you have to play it. And I played it, and I was like, yeah, it's actually one of the best SMT games. EL. What's it? EL? EL 6 and 7? 6 was E, 7 was L. I like write this down. Because remembering where each letter is going to be a pain. So it was 3I, 6E, and then 7L. So far. There we go. My brain can take a bit of a break. Where is hello? Get blown. You, stop your shooting. I mostly hate how spread out these terminals are. Because you have to go like around. What's this? 4F. 4F. I don't even know what this is gonna make. I need the first letter to even guess what this word is gonna be. I hate how spread out these are though. Like they're like, it's not even that they're far apart from each other necessarily. It's just that it's so much like back and forth to get to each of them. I'm also really nervous because I think when Destiny got its fan translation, the password was like nonsense because of the localization. Or it was like a fan patch and it wasn't exactly perfect. No, I don't, no. No, leave me alone. So I'm a little worried that the translation like messed up here. And it's not going to be like an actual word. That's one we already found. Because I think there was a password in Destiny DC like didn't make any sense. This. I wish these lasted just a bit longer. See what I mean? Like this terminal is right here, but I can't get to it super easily. It's such a pain to get to all these. They have you go such a far way to get to them, and I hate that. I found like 2 terminals, but I just don't know how to get to them. Yeah, we already found that one. I see there's a terminal right there, but I just don't know how to get to it. As soon as I'm out of this room, I will be fine doing battles. I just don't want to do fights right now. Yeah, I knew that was one I found. I just had to double check. If someone knows the password, just tell me. I'm gonna try the... What is it? IFEL for 3, 4, 6, and 7 respectively. What could that be? Like, what? If I had the first letter, it would be so much easier. The first letter is probably all I need to figure this out. I also want to make it clear that I would look for the terminal. The terminals are so annoying to get to that I just don't want to bother. So I'm doing this to save myself the time. Please die. There we go. Oh, it's Auriful! That makes sense, actually. See, if I got the O earlier, I would have eventually, maybe not right away, I would have eventually figured that out. If I just had the O. I guess that makes sense because we're saving Ange and that's like her past self. So that does kind of make sense. That's Auriful. Okay. Now where did that open the path? Okay, I lied. I'm using another Sacrosanct. Here we go. Oh, save point. Heal save points usually mean we're at the end of a particular dungeon. Hello, treasure chest. Thanks for the tree. Bum. What's that? Is this something cool? That's a blimp that flies in the sky. Techno's technology sure is something. To think they'd be able to make something like that. There, it's Ange and that fella. Is he perhaps planning on taking her somewhere with that ship? We have to stop them, hurry. Auriful, your heart will always be with me, always. Indeed, Himmel, I will never betray you. Alas, you've returned, Auriful. We have just punished your student, Himmel. You should not indoctrinate him with such radical ideology in his next incarnation. Oh, how arrogant you all remain. Ratio is lost. You control Cielo no longer. He has failed to attain perfection in this incarnation. You must take your time to properly educate him in his next life. We have no need for a poorly crafted celestial. Is that not right, Auriful? You senile codgers who have lost sight of our circumstances. You took his hope, his freedom, his life. Oh, how Himmel has suffered. Though it may be futile, heed this lesson. I'll always be looking forward to your next incarnation. Yeah, whatever you say. I will never betray you. Let's go to Ciello's heart and Ratio's holy ground, the Cielo Castello. Cielo Castello is such a mouthful. The Genesis will surely be there. Show thyself, my Cielo Castello. What even is the Genesis? If we're coming up to the end of the game, we still don't even know about this Genesis. Barely. All we know is that we want it for some reason. Final dungeon? Probably not, but I can hope. Wait, we won't let you go anywhere. It seems an obstacle has appeared between us. Albert, you're also one of Matthias's underlings, right? Matthias? Oh, that so-called Messiah, leader of Valka. I sure hope you don't misunderstand. I want the Genesis for myself. Who doesn't want the frickin' Genesis in this universe? You bastard. Are you planning on destroying the world once you've obtained the Genesis? What's the motive behind that question? Of course, should I wish it? The Genesis' power, you see, is the embodiment of its user's will. All I know about the Genesis is that, like, oh, you get the Genesis and you get to make whatever world you want or something. Like, it's the classic, like, oh, your ideologies or whatever, like, make a better world or something. But, like, okay. I have no idea what your will is, but as long as you have no idea how to use it, it's impossible. Are you sure about that? As long as the Genesis and Orphle are by my side, my wish will be granted. How? This is a funny comment in chat. For how many hours did it take for the story to grab your attention? It hasn't. It has not. The only Tales of Innocence like has some interesting themes in it. I guess from the get-go, I wouldn't say it grabbed my attention. But when I started the game, I was like, okay, this is interesting. We have Ruka with like a past life and we have reincarnators into the world. I was interested. I wouldn't say it grabbed my attention. But then after that, it kind of just like fell flat and hasn't grabbed my attention. It's kind of just been like, oh yeah, checklisting through the story. That said, what's your interpretation on how to use the Genesis? Raise that proof of thy devotion and trust. If you do so, then I shall manifest. Oh, where's Cerberus? Cerberus is just hanging out. Cerberus is doing, like, Cerberus is staying as far away from this nonsense as possible. To sum it up, to sacrifice the one you love the most. What a dangerous interpretation. That is so you, pardon me. Do not worry about it. As you said, it's a barbaric interpretation. The primordial giant's wish cannot be fulfilled without a sacrifice. I see. I understand why you were so troubled now. You could bring yourself to sacrifice her. Indeed, I cannot comprehend the thought of losing her. Even if she dies, I shall pursue her to the underworld and pull her out of the cycle of reincarnation. What a fearsome passion. Lady Inanna sure is loved. Why is it that every time you make fun of me, I don't take offense from it? I shall accept that as praise. You can't be planning on sacrificing Ange. I'm sure you're mistaken. That has nothing to do with you. Funny, but we won't let you kill Ange. Yeah, give her back. Ange, our contract is still in effect. I can't allow you to get yourself killed. Everyone, please don't interfere. Ange, why? If you all go with them, you'll die, you know, and you don't want that. Ange, please move aside. My apologies, Ruka. I cannot waver, not now, even if we must fight. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. Anything you want to like share with us, Ange? You want to like share with us why you're being a moron? Anyway, Tales of Innocence interested me. I wouldn't say it grabbed my attention, but it interested me and I was hopeful. But it didn't do anything to grab my attention. Like, at all. I'm very confident in saying this is like the worst Tales game I've ever played. To be honest. The story didn't even need to be good, but like the story being what it is, like it's nonsense. It has interesting themes, but like it doesn't feel fleshed out. It feels very rushed, and it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense at times. Which is unfortunate because I wanted to love Innocence. I want to like every game I play, obviously. I'm gonna kill you, Ange. You're being a moron right now. Okay, Conway, this was funny for the start, but put you back on everything. Okay, get her. Please die. The problem is, this game doesn't really have a main, like, it has a story, obviously, but it feels like it doesn't have a story most of the— of course you can heal, you moron. Like, despite it having a story, it kind of feels like it doesn't have a story. It feels like nothing really meaningful happens. Which is, you know, and if we're at the end of the game, it kind of feels like there's a whole, like, arc that's missing. Like a middle part, if we really are at the end of the game, because apparently we're close. And with the levels, I'm starting to see it, but, like, it doesn't feel satisfying because the memory springs feels like an opening, right? You have the memory springs, something else goes wrong, you have more build-up and fleshing out of the villains and the characters, and then you have the end game. But for Innocence, it's probably just gonna be like, oh, memory springs and the end of the game. In like a very unsatisfying manner. Okay, you know what? Might still give it a try. I'd recommend it. I mean, if you like Tales games, I'd say play it. It's got fun combat. The combat's fun. But other Tales games have fun combat while also having good stories and characters. So, having fun combat isn't really enough for me to be like, this game is worth it. By the way, this fight sucks. Why does first aid heal that much? Screw off. Please die. Stop. Why was Ange not this good when she was in my party? Like, I call hacks. You can't even knock her out of casting. That's lame. What's your opinion of Tales of the Abyss? A great game. Much better than this one. Great story, great characters, fun combat, good music. Tales of the Abyss is one of the best Tales games. Stop! Dude, her first aid heals so much. Like, why? Why you like this, Ange? She has not... It feels like we haven't even, like, damaged her. Dude, this is really boring. Come on. Ilya, don't die. Yeah, just don't heal. You heal. Oh my word, don't you dare. I need someone to like stun lock this woman. This is awful. No healing. Give Conway pineapple. Alright, I couldn't have moved there. That was cool. No, 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 no. Dude, you cannot knock her out of that. You can't knock her out of healing sometimes, and that's lame. It heals her so much. You like FF12? Yeah. This fight is garbage. I'm living on 1? What the heck? Please kill her. Conway, do something. Stop. Okay. Yeah, this fight is lame. This fight sucks. Garbage fight. Ange being able to heal, whatever. Hard to knock her out of it, though. Like, you can barely knock her out of it. Actual garbage. Also, how much she heals? Double garbage. I hate it.